And now, the news.
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
All right, cool. So let me just to the point of Caribbeans being brought into the Americas to do slave work, whether that was the Carolinas or what have you, right? Because we know about that. People bring that up often. It is a side point because the fact of the matter is those weren't, let's just be clear who we're talking about from an ethnic perspective. We're talking about a bunch of West Africans, for the most part, that may have had some interconnection with some of the native peoples of those islands, whether they be Arawaks, Tainos, whatever the case is. The fact of the matter is those people were not Jamaicans. They were not Trinidadians. They were not Haitians. Those people that were brought to the Americas to do slave work were people of African ancestry, West African ethnicities that were being traded back and forth between the Americas and the Caribbean to do slave work. Those were not Jamaican people. They were not Caribbean people. And so it's a misconception that keeps getting pushed by different people that Caribbean people were brought to the Americas for slave labor. That's not the case. These were West Africans who were brought into the Caribbean and brought to the Americas, traded back and forth between slave owners for the purpose of slave labor. They were not Caribbean people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So the only reason chattel slavery ended in this country was because people actually fought a war, of which 200 and something thousand black men fought for their own liberation right here in this country. So don't sit there and try to pretend that white people did us some goddamn favor, because that's not what happened.
That's right.
Black people fought for their own liberation in this country. Now I'm telling you the history of my people, because you're not one of my people.
You're not one of my people.
That you're not. So I'm telling you the history of my people, brother. My people fought for their own liberation in this country, died for it. Not only did they fight for their own liberation, they fought to save this thing called the United States. Because if our people did not fight in the Civil War, the Union was going to lose to the Confederacy. That's an actual fact. They had to enlist black soldiers, my ancestors, to fight in the Civil War, because they knew they were going to lose if they did not. If we did not fight, we would be living in something called the Confederate States of America right now. My people did that. My people are the backbone of this thing. My people were the ones who got shitted on from the very foundation. In their Emancipation Proclamation, they talk about the liberty that is due all men. All men were born free and equal and have the rights, unalienable rights, even though they alienated my people from those things. That Declaration of Independence, Declaration of Independence didn't say that all white men was created equal. It said all men were created equal. And they violated that from the very beginning. Every chance they had to do right by my people, they chose to do something else. So don't say that there's no case for reparations. You don't know what you're talking about because you don't come from my people. You're not a part of my people's plight. You think we're all the same, but we're not all the same, brother. You have a different experience, different cultural continuity, different value system. You were raised in a whole different situation than me. You don't come from the intergenerational problems that my family comes from. You don't. You don't relate to the fact that there was a red summer in 1919. You don't relate to that. You don't understand how black people, even after slavery, purchasing millions of acres of land and having 90-something% of that land stolen from them by white racists. You don't understand how that affected our families intergenerationally, even till today. Not only that, then we got to turn around and deal with the fact that our people are being fucking targeted by banking institutions for subprime mortgages, losing billions of dollars in wealth after losing millions of acres of land. You don't know what you're talking about. They just now dealing in California with an issue of one black family. This is just one black family. Had a whole plot of land stolen from them. These people done built $20 million houses and shit like that on this black family's land. And guess what? Them people don't want to give it back to them. You think that kind of stuff is right? You saying the fact that these kinds of incidents happen across America time and time again, over and over again, you telling me that that's not a reason for repair? Because at the root of the word reparations is the word repair. You trying to tell me that our people significantly being damaged like this, locked out of this nation's economy, but used as human resources, on a consistent basis. It's not a reason for repair. That shows me that you're not connected to us. It shows me that you have no reason talking on our situation and our experiences, because you don't know, you're not connected, you have your own situation to deal with, and that's what you should be talking on, bro. You don't see African Americans talking about your people's plight or downing your people's plight. If your people are from the Caribbean, when have you ever seen African Americans tell Cara Carmini to sit down and shut the fuck up because what they're talking about is wrong? They need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. You've never seen our people do nothing like that. So where do you folks get off doing that kind of stuff, coming to this country that our people fought for, to have the damn legislation changed so that you can even come to this country? You gonna come here and side with the Europeans? That's insanity, bro.